Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We, the Group 4, shall introduce and discuss to you some art principles called utility, adaptability, or function. And I, Jayson James Alvarez, shall be your speaker for the first topic, which is utility. But first things first, what is utility? Well, utility is the state of being useful or beneficial, meaning an object is useful for something. Example: during an online class session, a computer or a cell phone is considered as a utility since it is one of the things needed for a successful online session. Get it? But in the perspective of art, how is utility applied as a principle? Well, there are two things about it actually. Number one is that art can be anything but utility. It exists in direct contradiction to use value. Some art are just made for design and entertainment with no signs of it as a necessity. Take for example, a painting. How is a painting useful for survival? You can't consume it or something. What it only gives you is entertainment. But number two is the entire opposite. A work of art must not only possess beauty but also utility. Art can't just stop being an entertainment tool. It can be used to beautify necessities. Example is architecture. It has a purpose to beautify our shelter. Even a simple home is considered as a work of art, diba? We can't just see art as all imagination. Even with just a little bit of logic, it can be turned to a utility. So, as to what I have understood, art can be both a utility and not a utility. And now, I shall end my session as I pass the mic to my fellow groupmate, Mark.
Next is the adaptability. So, adaptation. Adaptation is a transfer work of art from one style, culture, or medium to another. So, adaptation means the transpose from one medium to another. So, it requires the ability to make fit or suitable by changing or adjusting. So, the example of that is a film adaptation that is taken from the comic book. So, adaptability. It is a measurement of how well a design handles a change. A static design is incapable of handling change, while a fully dynamic design gracefully handles any change. Between these two extremes are designs that can handle change within anticipated limits. So, if we'll be talking about adaptability, this requires a lot of this is a principle that requires a lot of skills, and this also a package of flexibility and creativity of an artist. So, this it is also important that adaptability should have or should can handle any change that can happen in that adaptation, because that change also has a big impact on how you use the change or how you improve on what is written or the kabuuan or nilalaman sa imong gikuhaan nga medium.
Function. In designing modern piece, function is the first in the line to be considered. Basically, in order to achieve that goal nga gilook forward with that certain work of art, the design of such must be aligned and appropriate to its function. So, function has three categories, namely physical, social, and personal. physical among the three, this one is the easiest to understand. Like for example, vehicle, its function is to transport. So upon creating this kind of art, its design must be based on its function. So naa siya seats, butanganan sa baggage, and anything necessary for traveling. And for its materials, dapat sad nga durable sad siya for its function. So next is social. A certain artwork describes aspects of life nga usually encountered by all, but ang function ani nga piece could be varied depending on the viewpoint of the viewers. So the more nga makarelate ang viewers with that certain artwork nga nagportray og aspects sa life, the more sad nga ma-influensyahan sad to ang mga viewers. Lastly, personal. Unlike physical, kani ang a bit complicated to explain since ang function man ani gud nga particular nga art is subjective. So gabay siya perspective sa mga viewers. Since subjective man siya, same with social, ang function sa artwork kay possible nga lahi-lahi siya due to different viewpoints of the viewers. And that would be all. Thank you, Miss.